Hey everyone, so today we're going to do a really quick lesson on geometric shapes and characteristics of these shapes. So today we're going to talk about solid figures. So solid figures are not flat figures. They're not squares, they're not circles, they're not triangles, they're not any flat shape. They have length, width, and height. So they're also known as three-dimensional figures or 3D figures. The flat surfaces on three-dimensional figures are called faces. So if you can touch it and rub your hand against it, a flat surface, then that's going to be a face. And all of the faces meet at edges. So they come together and they meet at an edge. All of the edges are line segments, and each of the edges meet at a vertices. So there are a few three-dimensional shapes that you will need to know. We'll start off with the cube. The cube is like a dice. Remember, how many sides does a dice have? A dice has 6 sides, right? All sides, all 6 sides, or all 6 faces are square. And then if you look, let me move my face a little bit. Oh, there we are, here we are. If you look at this is an edge. This is another edge. This is another edge. This is another edge. So there are 12 of these edges all the way around. If you count them all, you're going to find that there are 12 edges. So an edge is kind of like if you stick your finger out and you can feel the corner, that's an edge. You have to be able to run your finger down a corner. And then vertices are where your shape comes to a point. So if you can touch a corner, then that's going to be your vertice. And then we have 8 vertices, and so those are your little corners. So each time you can touch a corner, then you count a vertice. All right, up next we have the cone. So the cone has one face, and remember, if you could touch it with your hand, the palm of your hand, and slide down, that means it's a face. So it has one face, and it's a circle. It has no edges, because if you look at these, even though these look like edges, these pieces are round. They're not edge. You can't put your finger on it and slide up and down the edge because there's not an edge. So it is, because that's a round part. So this part right here is round like these. All right, but it does have one vertex right here. Touch it with your finger. It's a vertex. Rectangular prism. So the rectangular prism is called such because when you lay it down on its base, it is a rectangle. A rectangular prism, kind of like a dice, same general concept. It has 6 faces. So remember, those are things that you can touch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? And then we have 12 edges. So that's each one of these straight lines from corner to corner, vertice to vertice. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we have to go down 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 4 more edges. 9, 10, 11, and 12. All of its other faces are rectangles as well. When it's set down on its bottom, it's called a base. But if you turn it over, if it's still in a rectangle bottom, then it's still all the same. And then we have 8 vertices or corners. A sphere has 0 faces, 0 edges, and 0 vertices. You cannot touch a face of a sphere. You cannot run your finger up and down the edge of a sphere. And there are no corners or vertices on a sphere. A cylinder. A cylinder is like a soup can. It has two faces. It has that top face and that bottom face. They are circles. This has 0 edges because this is a circle, and these are circles. And it has 0 vertices because there are no corners that you can touch. A square pyramid has 5 faces. We have 1, 2, and then in the back we have 3, 4, and then the bottom base or face is 5. It has a square base because it's a square pyramid. It has the square base and then the 4 triangle shapes that go up into the vertice, which gives us our 5 faces. It has 8 edges, 1, and then down this one, 2, and then down this one, 3, 4, and then the edges of your square at the bottom, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then it has 5 vertices. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So remember, those are corners. All right, so that's it for our basic 3D figures. Let us know if you need anything, or if you need us, send us an email, give us a shout. We will be here. But other than that, I hope you have a great day. Bye.